The Good Nurse. The Good Nurse is rather puzzling in some ways. Solid performances and all that, all to be expected given that we have Jessica Chastain and Eddie Redmayne doing, as always, excellent work in lead performances. Then where does the bad nurse fit in? I mean, the good nurse, yes. I was thinking of this study. There's a study which, in fact, looked at hospitals in particular and other domains, and found out that we have largely three types of people. Those who are in it for the money, and that's it. Those who would be interested in promotion, in getting on the higher on the scale, on the hierarchy. And finally, the ones we want to be, people who have a calling. People who have a calling, who do it for the pleasure, because it's their vocation, and they would do it anyway. They just found the ikigai, as it was explained in The Economist the other day, and then it's a book by two Spanish authors called Ikigai. It's an old blog, I mean, a few notes on it. Finding what world or other people need, what you like to do, what you're good at, that would be the ikigai. And then where these worlds intersect, that's where you have to look for what has meaning for you, for work. You have to make that your profession, if possible. Where does Eddie Redmayne, his bad nurse character, fit in? I mean, he is not in this place. So he's there to kill people. And on the other hand, it's, I said, puzzling because I was thinking this was made based on real people and a real story. And we have at the end a bit of a spoiler alert, which is easy. I keep mentioning the average time people spend on these videos, if at all, is 10-12 seconds. So by now, no need for spoiler alert. Nobody left, except for you, virtual view. How about their profiles? There is a nurse still living in some place, and yes, they could look, and I understand that's what they do. They serious good actors, they often look when it's a real person at the camera, try and learn some of the habits, some of the mannerisms, speaking. For instance, I'm trying to take up Inventing Anna, and I understand this Gloria Gardner, this amazing actress I've seen in was that the assistant, the secretary, or something. Splendid work, fabulous. I mean, worthy of an Oscar, clearly, absolutely. And trying to look for critics to see what is it worth it, or although knowing she's in it, I'm clearly more than curious and worth trying. The first episode. I understand she's scaringly into the character, and she got this accent, which is English, I'm sorry, German and German Russian something, a combination which is incredible. to put into close to the real phony Anna, the one who fooled so many rich. So when they, I mean, the good nurse Jessica Chastain, in a way, it is clear. I mean, a woman with lots of trouble with a medical condition, and willing to help in the calling. I mean, she's one of those who have a calling, and incidentally, you want to be in that category because also they looked in hospitals and they found that janitors who made a calling had the calling in that job, which meant that they think cleaning the place is vital, and it is. We had a scandal a few houses down the road. A fellow who committed suicide eventually was selling, speaking of cleaning solutions to medical facilities, hospitals, which were incredibly diluted. It was water with a drop of alcohol, something in it. Huge major scandal. And there are people who do that. So those janitors were happier than the doctors who were in the money class, because they find a reward. They clean the place, then they go and talk to people. They love it. Coming back, so that's Jessica Chastain for you. But how about Eddie Redmayne? Because he, for a long time, after the end, you think he's so nice, he's trying so much to help Jessica Chastain. I mean, he characters, the good nurse. And because she doesn't have yet insurance, and then she needs a heart transplant, and that's not covered, and then she's overwhelmed. And you think, oh, that's such a nice chap there. And maybe the good nurse covers him too for the good side of him, that who was willing to save this woman while killing how many on the other side. Well, worth watching, definitely.